Lawmakers from all across the state are now in Tallahassee to start the 2017 legislative session. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates has more on what we can expect from lawmakers over the next 2 months.
With cheers and applause, Governor Scott greeted lawmakers to kick off the 2017 legislative session. In his State of the State address, the governor laid out his priorities for the coming session.
Over the coming weeks, we will have many debates over bills and policies. But what unites us will always make us be stronger than what divides us.
Scott vowed to work with all lawmakers and said his goal is to continue to strengthen the state's economy by cutting $618 million in taxes.
Florida is on the verge of becoming the job creation capital of the world. And the fight for jobs continues. And that means we have to keep cutting taxes.
Scott says more than 1.26 million private sector jobs have been created since he was elected. But his proposed $83 billion budget also includes some spending. $102 million is allocated to support active military, veterans, and their families, and about $4 billion is being set aside for the environment. But while Scott has his plan of action, many lawmakers are gearing up for their own agendas.
It's very important to me that people have the ability to defend themselves, and that's why I keep pushing bills like this.
Suncoast Senator Greg Steube is sponsoring several controversial gun bills that will ease regulation and allow concealed weapon permit holders to carry at legislative meetings, local government meetings, elementary and secondary schools, airports, colleges, and universities. This series of legislations have caused a lot of controversy, and ABC 7 political commentator Frank Alcock says the likelihood of the gun legislation's passing have drastically increased now that Steube have separated them into different measures.
I would be surprised if all of that got passed. I'd be shocked, but I'd also be surprised if none of it got through.
Other lawmakers like Suncoast Representative Joe Gruters says his priorities include local initiatives like extending legacy training for the All-Star House, a home for foster children transitioning, as well as funding for Circus Sarasota and Bendison Park's rowing facility.
I'm going to focus my time on bills that really strengthen economic development and tourism, and doing everything I can to make sure that parents are empowered to make the best decisions they can for their children.
Now, the legislative session is expected to be 60 consecutive days, but lawmakers say they don't expect any major bills to be passed this week.